Good evening, everyone. Jane Velez-Mitchell coming to you live from New York City tonight. A toddler missing for a month while his mom tells cops lie after lie after lie. And the little boy's grandmother is the one who calls cops to report the child missing. No, I'm not talking about Casey Anthony, but there are some very eerie parallels. Amir Jennings has not been seen since Thanksgiving. It's November 24th. In fact, his mom disappeared with him around the same time. Look at this precious little boy smiling at the time of this photo. But the mother has since shown up with this beautiful, beautiful little boy nowhere in sight. Okay, this is his mother, 22-year-old Amir Jennings. She was found when she got into a car accident on Christmas Eve, but her son was not with her. When asked about where is your missing child, she gave the cops a series of bizarre excuses and stories, none of which turned out to be the truth.
She's still giving us inconsistent stories, and it's unfortunate. Our main concern is the whereabouts and the safety of this child right now, and that we just don't have any concrete idea. She said that, you know, at one hand the baby was in Atlanta, and in the other hand the baby was in Charlotte.
Zena's stories actually go further than that. First, she says her son's with her sister in Atlanta. Then she says, no, he's actually with a friend in Charlotte, North Carolina. And when that doesn't pan out, she sends cops on another fruitless chase to a friend's house in her hometown of Columbia, South Carolina. Police finally said, enough, lady. Last week, they arrested her, charged her with unlawful conduct towards a child. Now she's in the slammer. But she continues to impede the police investigation into finding her own son. What's up with that? What's she hiding? Where is her adorable, innocent, helpless toddler? Call me, 1-877-JVM says, 1-877-586-7297, straight out to Chief Randy Scott of the Columbia Police Department. Sir, thanks for joining us. I know that you are doing so much to try and find this child. How frustrating has it been dealing with this mother? Are you there, Chief?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Yeah, how frustrating has it been dealing with this mother?
Well, you know, the mother is still giving us the same inconsistent stories at this point, and we are no closer right now, unfortunately, to finding Amir as we were the first day, because we're not getting any factual information.
And I'm looking at her picture. It looks like she's got like a black eye under one of her eyes. I mean, what's up with this mom? I understand that her behavior changed radically after she had this child. She went from being a good college student into somebody who was behaving erratically and had a couple of car accidents. What do you think's wrong with her?
Well, you know, according to the grandmother, Zena was a college student. She was well on her way to doing what was necessary, but unfortunately, after the child, that's when things began to go downhill. And right now, you know, our concern, Zena is arrested. We know Zena is in a place. What we're trying to find now is Amir okay? Is he safe? And where are his whereabouts right now?
Well, if you could hang on, Chief, we're going to bring in some experts here. There are many strange similarities to the Casey Anthony case, a missing toddler. Nobody's saying who the dad is. A 22-year-old mom, just like Casey, same age, who is in jail, but nevertheless stonewalls cops. Remember how Casey used to lie to cops in much the same way as this woman's lying?
What happened to Kaylee?
I don't know.
Sure you do.
I don't know.
Something happened to Kaylee. We're not going to discuss whether the last time you saw her. I'm guessing something bad happened to her some time ago and you haven't seen her. So that part is true if you say you haven't seen her, because she's somewhere else right now.
She's either someone else.
No, she's either in a dumpster right now. She's buried somewhere. She's out there somewhere.
Investigative reporter John Lieberman. And then there's the grandmother, Amir Jennings. Okay, just like Cindy Anthony, she's the one who reports the child missing. It's unbelievable, the parallels here.
It almost gives you a pit in your stomach when you start to think of the similarities here. And the real problem is this, Jane. The first 24 to 48 hours are the most important in a missing persons investigation, particularly in the case of a missing toddler. Now what you have is the one person who knows the whereabouts of this child is in jail, is lying, is telling conflicting stories, and police have to pass these out, missing child flyers, to try and get some information from the public over a 3 or 4 state radius, I mean, it's absolutely infuriating what this mother is doing at this point.
Yeah, and not only that, different jurisdictions, the cost to taxpayers, and, of course, the most important thing, a priceless child. And like you said, John, the clock's ticking. Now, look at this very suspicious timeline of what happened in the month between Amir's disappearance and his mom's arrest. November 24th, Thanksgiving, the last time Amir was seen, December 5th. According to her own mother's report, Zena had her first car accident near this location in Columbia, South Carolina. Then Zena kind of disappears, goes off the face of the earth. And then December 8th, the grandma reports Zena and Amber missing. And skip to December 24th, Christmas Eve, Zena gets into a second car accident near her home in Columbia, South Carolina. And then December 29th, she's arrested. I want to bring in Michelle Gollan, clinical psychologist, because the neighbors, the relatives said she was a different person after the child was born. And even the arrest report, the incident report, says that she was making eerie phone calls to her relatives talking about her depression. So how long could he have postpartum? Because this little boy is 18 months old.
Well, you can have untreated postpartum depression. So if this woman, this young, very young woman, had postpartum depression and it was never treated, it would just get exacerbated over time, Jane. That's what we do know about postpartum. But besides, you know, I heard the grandmother say that her life changed and things changed after Amir was born. The other thing is, Jane, the same similarity between Casey and this young woman is they're young. These are young, these are children having children. And the reason why their grandmothers are the ones who are reporting them missing or dealing with it in what feels to be the appropriate manner is because they are adults. And really, when you look at these two women, their lives had one thing happening, yes, which may have been a more positive trajectory, and then getting pregnant, unwed, and no father figure for this child. And it takes you down a road of instability, difficulty. I mean, we have reality shows about it.
Right.
You know,
I hear you, and I agree with you. I agree with you that there's a cautionary tale here. The children themselves are precious and miraculous, but kids having kids is a bad idea. And there is a difference between postpartum depression and simply not wanting your child. I want to go to the phone lines. Elaine, Oklahoma, your question or thought, Elaine?
Hi, Jane. I'm in Illinois. I think you're talking to me.
Sure.
Okay. How are you?
I'm great. What's your question?
Okay, well, I was wondering if the last time the baby was seen was with her, I guess, and if they were in the car and if there was any chance that there was any video from anywhere that she would have been parked.
Excellent. Excellent. Chief Randy Scott, when was the last time this child was seen other than by the mother, and is there surveillance video?
Well, right now what we know is the grandmother saw the child during the Thanksgiving holidays. Now, we've also involved the FBI, South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, and we're checking those facts right now to see if there's any video connected with any of the transactions that she has made or any of the states that she has said she has been in. But that's what we're trying to verify right now.
Now, I would say do a polygraph, but what's the point? You have determined that she's lying about everything in your efforts to save her own child. My heart goes out to the grandmother and the child himself. I pray that he is found okay, but again, the clock is ticking.